So men have been.
Men are the most horrible.
This is the ridiculous of women. Just finished paying $3K in bills and they ask, let's go for coffee. It's like women cannot cease to prove men's point. All women care about when it comes to men is for men to take away women's adult responsibility. You having to pay your bills is what? You're an adult. Every adult has to pay their bills. But what women want is for men to take away their adult responsibilities. You going on a coffee date or whatever, it's for both sides. It's hopefully for an equal exchange of effort, equal exchange of time and effort. Him paying your bills does what for him? Because no women will say, oh, you pay my bills, it's a guarantee you get my body. No women will ever say that. Now, men will assume it, but women won't ever say that. This is the thing where this kind of rhetoric is why men even stop being romantic. Because why even care about love when honestly, what women put out in the atmosphere, the stratosphere, the world is pay for my shit, then you can have my time. Take away my responsibilities, then you can have my time. Because hell, even doing that, even paying for her bills, does not guarantee you her body. So women can't understand why are men so sassy? Why are men so this and that nowadays? Why do men want to go on coffee dates? Why do men want to do 50-50 dates? It's because of women. It's because of the consequences of women's actions and their thought process. Because one of the roots of the problem is women wanting men as wallets. Women viewing men as ATM machines. And yet women can't understand that. Women can't understand, hey, why are men liking this? Why are men like this now? Why are men acting like this now? It's because of your consequences. It's because of what you have done. Your actions, your words, how you treat men has turned men into what they are now. Like, and women can't understand it. This is the rhetoric, and no woman is speaking up against this. They're not, at least not many. How, like, literally, like, does that give men the whole feel like, oh, romance, love, treating women with respect and care, being monogamous? No, it's pretty much viewing men as ATM machines, as wallets, viewing men as someone to take away your adult responsibilities. Pretty much boiling men down to their wallets. Because it's not like you want to go on a coffee date just to get to know him. No, you need him to pay your bills. You need to use him for some kind of benefit. And then you wonder why men are how they are.
We could pick better men, but men could also just be better men. Am I right?
You're wrong, because then you assume you can control other people. You assume that they should act how you want them to act. This is the thing where women are foolish in. Why pick someone that you want him to become better? Instead of picking men that are already better. Picking men that are already morally sound, that are monogamous, that are faithful, that are loving, that are respectful. Instead of picking men that aren't, but hoping that they become it. Why expect change when you can just go for the men that are already different? That's the thing. And this is the thing where it amazes me that women don't understand. There are good and bad people in this world. Why expect bad people to become good instead of picking good people already? And this is the thing. You can't control others. Only thing you can control is yourself. That is why people say pick better, because at the end of the day, only thing you can control is yourself. Who you pick. What you can't control is who you're picking. You can't control them. You can't tell them to be better because you can't control them, and you shouldn't want to control them. You shouldn't want them to change. You should pick them on who they are. Stop picking people you want to change. Stop picking people that you hope will change. This is the thing where a lot of women are, God, I don't want to sound bad, but you seem stupid. It seems so stupid. Why pick shitty men you want to change? Why? It don't ever make sense. Pick men that are already what you want. Plain and simple. Stop picking men that, oh my God, he's tall, he's good looking, he's wealthy, but you know what? He cheats. I'm gonna hope he change. He's abusive. I'm gonna hope he change. He's a liar. I'm gonna hope he change. Instead, how about pick men that aren't liars, that aren't cheaters, that aren't toxic? Is that rocket science to women? Because it's just, I can never understand that. It seems so idiotic. Because this is why that rhetoric is why women are failing in dating, saying men to be better. No, pick better. Stop expecting change. Stop it, please. You sound like fools.
Y'all be talking about the woman who slept with 100 men being like, no judgment.
I always find that women have a hard time understanding men. Men like that won't judge you on stupid shit you do are men that don't care about you, are men that just want to use you, are men that just want to be part of that 100. They just want to use you. This is the thing where if men are not holding women accountable, that means that man is wanting to use you. He don't care about you. This is the thing where women seem to not grasp, right? They can't understand the man's judgment when he sees you only as a sexual partner or he sees you as a potential long-term committed relationship. Right? He sees you in a long-term committed relationship. He sees you, he respects you, he loves you more. Women can't see that. Women can't understand that. Why wouldn't men judge that woman? Because again, men just want to use her. Those men just wants to use her. So of course they wouldn't say anything bad. This is the thing where a lot of women don't understand. This is why they can't see past two-faced men. They can't see past the lies that men do on women. Because they can't understand how men think. They seem to can't understand that. And that's the problem with, I think, what women are dealing with. Why women constantly say, oh, what if he lies to you? Because you choose not to see it. A man that holds you accountable, a man that has boundaries and not letting it slide, a man that is truthful to you, a man that's straight up to you, a man that's blunt to you, is actually a man that cares. A man doesn't give a shit what you do. He doesn't care if you have 100 bodies. He doesn't care if you slept with the whole town. He doesn't care if you had a high body count. He doesn't care if you go on girl trips. He doesn't care if you have a lot of male friends. Is a man that really doesn't care about you. Because why? He doesn't care what you possibly could do. He doesn't care if the relationship gets ruined. He doesn't care. He has no risk management skills. He doesn't care if you have a lot of male best friends. Because you know what? If there was a mistake, it is what it is. He doesn't care. He doesn't care if you make mistakes, if mistakes happen. He doesn't care what happens in the relationship. That's the thing. You think, oh, he trusts me. He trusts you. Yeah. It's not about trust. Right? It's about, you can't predict everything. You can't predict it because there are situations where, let's say hypothetically, she has a male best friend. It's not about what she does. It's about what that male best friend does. It's not about what you do on a girl's trip. It's about your environment on a girl's trip. It's about what can happen on a girl's trip. So if a man is really protective, has boundaries, clear set boundaries, and holds you to them, it's a man that cares. But women can't seem to grasp that. They just think, oh, men are liars and stuff like that. Yeah. So figure it out. You can figure out the lies. You can figure out what type of men are two-faced. But
y'all ever get nervous walking past a group of dudes outside? Like, look at all these niggas. Like, and they stink. They always in numbers.
I think it's funny. Women say a whole lot of shit that, oh, men hate them and toxic masculinity, all this thing that like they're scared of women every day. And yet, you don't get the same energy. Men are not hating on women every day. Men are not. This is the thing. You go on social media. If you actually live life as a man, you will see that people constantly hate you. People constantly look at you. People constantly put you down. No one's there to support you. Women have other women that support them. Hell, they even have men that support them. While for a man, nobody cares. It is okay for you to compare men to trash. It is okay. No one will call you out on it. No one will put you down on it. No one will say shit. People will agree with it. Hell, men will agree with it. That's the thing. And yet, they will be outraged if a man even says how he feels about a woman. But it is okay for women to compare men to trash. To women constantly say men are trash. And this is years of this happening, where all the social media you watch, the TVs all the entertainment you look at, is always putting down men. Men are nothing. Men are trash. Men are cheaters. Men are liars. All this stuff. So I think it's funny that no one ever recognized how society at large view men as either scary, as evil, as shitty, as trashy, as this and that. When every statistic you see, it's never the majority of men doing shitty things, bad things. No, it's always a select few. But in those cases, when it comes to men, it is okay to paint a broad picture of men, even though very small select of men, when you take a step back, view men as a collective, like the whole statistics of men, it is okay to paint a broad picture that men are trash. It's great.